Hi there, and thanks for joining me for a new video series called From This to That, where I take one scrapbook page and create another one from it. Now today I'm working with this scrapbook layout. It's an 8.5 by 11 layout that I created with the March Sunday morning kits from Scraptastic Club. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this layout. I just really don't like how it's all one tone. It just all reads a bit gray to me. So I want to do something to change that. So in this video, you're going to watch me transform this layout into something different that I'm more happy with. So the first thing I'm going to do with this layout is take it apart. And it's pretty easy to do that with dimensional adhesive with an X-Acto blade or some kind of sharp knife just by cutting it down the middle instead of trying to rip it off of the paper, because I want to salvage as much as possible. I especially like the background paper because I've already stamped along the right side of it, and I really want to save that because I love those stamps. Those are also from Scraptastic Club. So this large piece is kind of like washi tape. It's like a large washi shape. So that's quite easy to pull off. Mostly everything on here is attached with permanent adhesive, but if you pull it carefully in the spot exactly where it is adhered, then it's pretty easy to get off. So this piece doesn't look like it's going to come off that easily. It doesn't really seem to be ripping the bottom paper, but it is ripping itself. So I'm going to not worry about that because I have quite a bit of that paper left over in my kit. So I'm going to call that one a loss. So this is what I have, my 8.5 by 11 patterned background, and I also really like this crepe paper, the slide frames. Now what I'm thinking in this layout, the thing that I dislike the most is that there isn't any contrast. So to add some contrast, I'm going to bring in some black because I already have some really pretty bright colors. I have that gray background which reads as a neutral, and I just need to add some darker tones. So I have this 4-inch by 6-inch cut apart from the cut apart sheet in the Scraptastic Club Sunday morning kits, and I also have all of the papers from my kits here. So I'm going to try to pull out another pattern paper that includes some black. So I have a polka dot. I have this smaller print here that might be a bit too busy, but I'm just going to pull them all out. I have the floral, but that doesn't feel right for what I'm recording here. The swan also doesn't really feel right to me. Keys. And the rest is cardstock. But I also have this multicolored small heart, and on the back is a stripe. Now I think the stripe is going to be a bit too bold for what I'm doing here, but the heart actually makes a lot more sense because it also brings some of the black with the additional colors that I also have in the other pattern paper that I'm also using on the page. So I like that it ties the black into those colors. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this roughly about the same size that the last piece of pattern paper that was there. And I want to keep that little tape mark on the bottom because I really like those little touches. Okay, so already by adding that, it just feels like I've brought black into the right side of the page, even if it is in tiny bits. So I'm going to try to take off some of these other things on the layout here. Like this sticker is just a sticker, but I also put a piece of dimensional adhesive on the back. And I wrote my journaling directly onto my layout. And sometimes I just want to write a bit more, and because I'm using my own handwriting, it's not possible to fit that much on. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cover that up and do that over again. I'm going to cut this 4" by 6" card down to 4x4 to see if I like that a bit better, because I didn't like the fact that it was larger than my photo, which is 4 inches by 4 inches. And I'd like to salvage the Love is a Wonderful Thing sticker as well if I can, but we'll just see how that plays out. I'm not very happy about what I have at the moment, so I'm going to go through the kit contents and see what else is here that I can pull in with the black. So the We Are Memory Keepers sticker sheet. I also have the Amy Tangerine words. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this off because I'm just not making it work. And I also have this printable file, and if you are a Scraptastic subscriber, you automatically get the printables and cut files, which is pretty awesome. So I like that it's a nice thin strip of black. So I'm going to just try to find a place to put that. And I am also going to use some of these words. Previously, I didn't have a title on my layout. I was just using the Love is a Wonderful Thing sticker. But I really do like the phrase better together with this photo. And I've also cut a little ribbon end on that printable strip. So at the moment my title is divided by my photo, but I don't really like how that is separating the black. And I'm cutting the 4" by 4" card again so that there's less black showing. I like the fact that there are 3 hearts because there are 3 of my family members in the picture, including my dog. But doing that left such a large black piece underneath my photo. It just felt like your eye just went directly to that big area of black and not necessarily the photo. So I thought I would try to split it up and have it frame my photo and add my title above. This is the great thing about these stickers, is that they're a bit sticky, but not too sticky that you can't move them around. So now I've decided I want to break up some of that heavy black strip underneath my photo. So I'm taking a printable and punching out a circle heart, but that doesn't feel right to me either. And the pink in this printable doesn't actually go with any of the pink that I have on this layout. So that leads me to cutting apart the card because it's just not working for me, and I don't want to force it and end up with something I really don't like. So I'm going to start cutting out those little black hearts. And I've decided that I have a little bit of journaling that's going to be shown, of my old journaling that is, that's going to be shown underneath my photo, so I have to put something there. So I'm going to do a row of hearts underneath my photo. These are the exclusive stickers from the kits, and I'm pulling in some of the teal down into the row of hearts, and I really like the way that that looks over that large black rectangle. But that big heart is still just not sitting right with me, so I'm going to go back to my supplies to see what else I have. I love these crepe paper chipboard pieces, and there is quite a few hearts on this sheet that I can look at. And this one says "so fun," which really fits with my photo. So I think that's definitely what I'm going to go with. And I like that softer pink as well. It really matches more with the colors in the slide pattern paper that I have to the right. And that feels just so much better to me. So you can see here I finished my row of hearts and I actually stitched through them. I took the larger heart from the journaling card and added it to the bottom right of my layout and stitched through that as well, and then added my title above my photo. I've essentially kept the same design of the layout, but I've added in bits of black, different embellishments to really draw your eye more towards the photo. Thank you so much for watching this From This to That video, and if you have any suggestions or things that you'd like to see, please leave me a comment, as I'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated.